Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So, it's time to talk about the Kevin Durant stuff, mostly because it's getting pretty crazy. Apparently, Kevin Durant had a meeting with the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, Joe Tsai, I think his name is. I'm not sure what it is. Give me a second. I'll tell you in a second. I think it's Tsai. 76er, yeah, Joe Tsai. Okay, so Kevin Durant had a meeting with him and basically gave the owner a choice. It's like, look, man, KD said it's gonna be me or Sean Marks and Steve Nash. Meaning Kevin Durant will stay if they'll get rid of Steve Nash and Sean Marks. And Joe Tsai has sided with Sean Marks and Steve Nash. And it would now appear that the 76ers are now a desired team for Kevin Durant. And this is, I'm going to be honest, man, I didn't think Sean Marks and Steve Nash were the problem. I always thought it was Kyrie. And I feel like maybe the Kyrie issues stem from Steve Nash and Sean Marks. And the reason I say that is because this is not confirmed, but this is just what I think. I think Kevin Durant feels like a second-class citizen in Brooklyn when he should be, like, the guy, you know what I'm saying? And to most of us, like you and I, he is the guy. But it would appear as if Kyrie Irving is more involved than Kevin Durant is. And Kyrie sat out, you know what I'm saying? He didn't make sacrifices for the team, you know, he didn't get vaccinated, that's his own thing. But it would appear as if, like, the Nets are more inclusive of Kyrie Irving than they are of Kevin Durant. I have a strange feeling they're running things by Kyrie Irving before they're running them by Kevin Durant. And I feel like that's not sitting well with Kevin Durant. Obviously, James Harden leaving, I think, was a huge deal. I think Kyrie not getting vaccinated was a huge deal. I think getting Ben Simmons was a huge deal. I feel like all of these things have kind of, like, you know, deteriorated. Did I say that correctly? Deteriorated? Yeah, I think I said that correctly. At whatever hope Kevin Durant had of the Nets winning anything. Obviously, they got knocked out of the first round by the Boston Celtics, and the Celtics were rumored to be on the list that Kevin Durant wanted to go to. You know, we had the Miami Heat. The Phoenix Suns are officially out. And the 76ers could put something together to get Kevin Durant. I feel like they would have to give up Tobias Harris and possibly Tyrese Maxey if they really wanted to make it work. Tobias Harris would have to go, but you would have to include some type of incentive, and I feel like it would have to be Tyrese Maxey or somebody. It's not going to be Embiid. It's not going to be Harden. You know, let's put it that way. I feel like the Kevin Durant fit in the 76ers in Philadelphia would be a very good fit. You know, James Harden is basically the point guard now in Philly. Joel Embiid is a very, very good center. Like, obviously, I think he's a top 2 center in the league. Arguably number 1 in some instances. If you ask some people, it's debatable. But I think having Harden, Embiid, and Durant, if the 76ers could pull off a trade for Durant and keep Harden and Embiid, they're my pick to win it all. And I don't care who the fuck they go against, they would be my pick to win it all. You know, Kevin Durant is still a solid player, and I just feel like at this point the Nets are in a situation where they're not going to win even if they bring back Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. We saw what Boston did to them in the playoffs last year. James Harden wasn't sticking around for it. Ben Simmons, I don't want to say this. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to say this, but I'm thinking it, so I'm gonna say it anyway. I kind of think in my mind Kevin Durant thinks Ben Simmons is being a little bitch. That's just my opinion. Obviously, Ben Simmons had back surgery. Then he had the mental health stuff, and even Kevin Durant's not saying it, but I think in the back of Kevin Durant's mind, like, I feel like he is not sold on Ben Simmons. I think it rubs him the wrong way that you have Kyrie Irving, who will sit games out for personal issues and, won't get vaccinated and stuff like that. And then he's got now another teammate who it's like he won't play for whatever fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? It's the mental health stuff. It's I'm not making a knock on mental health. Obviously that's important, but I'm saying that's just what I think. Okay, that's what I think is going on here. I think Kevin Durant is just like tired of the bullshit, for layman's terms. And I think Kevin Durant wants to go to a team where he doesn't have to worry about any of that. I think he wants to go play on a team with James Harden. I think he wants to play with James Harden. I think he wants a chance at winning with James Harden, like maybe having a chance to do what they could have done in OKC just without Russell Westbrook, who clearly is a shell of what he used to be. That's just my opinion, man. I that sounds a little harsh and a little brutal, towards Kyrie Irving and especially Ben Simmons, but that's just my opinion. That's what I think is going on here. And I think also maybe Steve Nash and Sean Marks, like I said, are going to Kyrie Irving for things before they're going to Kevin Durant. I would even say that I think Kyrie Irving might have been involved in some of the offseason moves this offseason, some of the things that happened, like the signing of TJ Warren and stuff like that. I feel like maybe Kyrie Irving was more involved with that than Kevin Durant was as well. So I don't know, man. You know what? I just think to myself, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? They could have been one of the greatest teams ever to lace up. You know what I'm saying? James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. But still, you have a chance to see a team that could be one of the greatest to ever lace up in James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Joel Embiid if Philadelphia can pull it off, and I think they can. If Brooklyn's willing to take on Tobias Harris and be suckish, I guess you could say, for the next year or next year and a half. Kyrie Irving only has a player option. I doubt the Nets want to go back to being bad, but that's pretty much your only option at this point. But I don't know, man. It's a very, very weird situation, and I'm curious to know as well what the real reason is behind Kevin Durant, making the owner choose between him and Sean Marks and Steve Nash. I'm really curious as to what the reasoning is. I'm wondering if it's are they harder on Kevin Durant than they are on Kyrie Irving? Is there special treatment going on for Kyrie Irving that Kevin Durant's not getting? I'm very curious. I really am. I'd love to know why suddenly Kevin Durant will stay if the owner gets rid of Sean Marks and Steve Nash. And it seems like the owner is siding with Sean Marks and Steve Nash. That's what the report today was. Out of The Score, I use their app. In case you guys are wondering where I get most of my NBA news from, if it's not from Shams or Woj, I get it from this app called The Score. Very, very good. They don't sponsor my channel, but I use them for everything. And, it just, very, very weird situation. So I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see what the next, coming weeks brings. Obviously the NBA doesn't start until what? I think October, end of October, beginning of October. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm really, really curious to see why Kevin Durant wanted out of Brooklyn because of Sean Marks and Steve Nash. And I'm also curious to see if Philadelphia can pull off a trade for Kevin Durant that'll be worthwhile. I think a package of Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey and picks or something for if they even have any picks, they trade a shit ton of them for Harden, and potentially some picks, I guess, for Kevin Durant, if that would go through, because Kyrie Irving only picked up a player option. He's only got 1 year left. I don't know if he's going to sign an extension, but at least if you get Maxey, right, you're getting a good player, and on top of it, like, it kind of sets you up for the future, you know what I'm saying? At least it gives you something to work forward towards in the future, and you get a young point guard, a guy who can he's definitely a bucket, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man, we'll have to wait and see, but tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on this. Like helps me out, subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report, and out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.